Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, I want to talk to you about the grading policy in science class. If you look at Mr. Limbaugh's website, you can see in the navigation bar, there's a tab for the grading policy. If you click on that tab, you will see that the policy is spelled out for you in detail. So to start off with, at Plain Local Schools, we have two categories, formative points and summative points. Each week, you will receive 100 formative assessment points, and that is weighted as 20% of your total grade in science. So what does that entail? Well, every week, we're going to have vocabulary words, except for a couple, and that would be one of those formative assessment grades, as well as probably one other assignment that is expected to be done outside of class, and then typically something that is done in class. And the way that I grade formative assessment points is not on the A, B, C, D system or the percentage. I grade formative assessment points by using a check plus, check, and check minus system. You see, this is all about, are you just doing the work? Because if you do the work, I know that you can be successful in this class. So you can still make mistakes on your formative assessment work and still get a check plus. It's okay. Matter of fact, I expect you to have mistakes on them. However, if you got, 3 or 4 mistakes, that's okay. You can still get a check plus. But if you turn something in and you have a large amount of mistakes, I can give you a check plus, but I can give you a check for doing the work, and that's a good thing. When we start talking about a check minus is typically something if it's just not all complete. If you can turn some stuff in, you get some credit. That's good. But if things are missing or if there's blanks, and I might understand if there's one blank, you can't get a check plus, but you can still get a check. But if I look at it and it has your name on it and the first 3 things are done and the other 7 are not, you'll probably get a check minus. It is some credit, but it is not full. And then there's a 0. If you don't turn anything in, you can get a 0. Even if you just put your name on something and turn it in, I'm still expecting some work. You'll get a 0. Down at the bottom, you can see that there are examples listed here for you that show you examples of check pluses, some checks, a check minus, and a 0. Now, I want to direct your attention to something very specific in the grading policy. Woo! Big circle. Which is, that wasn't very good. Let me clear that. Let's try another one. Let's do the rectangle. Yeah. All right. Oh, that works much better. Will be what you will see in the gradebook. For your formative assessment points, it'll simply say week 7 formative assessment points. If you click on the details of that assignment in your gradebook, it'll tell you what 3 things. Almost every single time there'll be vocabulary words, and then the other 2 items. If you have a score below a 60, that means something is missing. You cannot get scores above 60 unless all 3 items, typically 3, are turned in. If you don't turn in anything, and sometimes I have students that don't do that, I would just simply put the letter M into the gradebook for you. So that's what I want you to know. When we talk about summative points, there's typically 3 unit tests. Sometimes there's 2, sometimes there's 3, and they are 100 points. And then you will also have your vocabulary quizzes there every week, and they are 10 points each, except for one of them. It'll be double points so that we can have all these vocabulary quizzes equal one. It's equivalent to 1 unit quiz. Before I go, I just maybe point out down to the bottom of the page here, there's a place that says, hey, Mr. Limbaugh's so close to my next letter grade, going to do extra credit. We don't do extra credit, but maybe you can click that button and find out something that might tell you. Okay, hope this information helps. Stay curious.